Hello and welcome to today's class. I'm Lucy Foster Perkins for SurfGirl magazine. I'm here in Bali to take you through a flow today to really open up the upper body, which gets quite tight, and we need that freedom for when we're surfing. And if you're doing any work on the computer, any slouching down, we really want to open up this space. And in yoga, this is called our heart space for obvious reasons. We want to have a sense of openness here so we can receive and give love as well. So first, come to a comfortable sitting position. Just place the palms down on the knees, close down the eyes. And we'll just take some deeper breaths into the belly to begin with, to signal to the body that we're entering our practice, letting go of anything that's happened in the day so far. Nice. And open the eyes. As you inhale, take the hands up and over the head. As you exhale, twist towards the left. I'm mirroring you. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale all the way up. Hands come over the head. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Inhale all the way up. Hands overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. This time, stay and grow as you inhale. Exhale and empty all of the air. Twist a little further on your empty exhale. Inhale, hands above the head, come to the center. Exhale, twist to the right. Grow and lengthen the spine as you inhale. Exhale here. On your empty exhale, twist a little further. Inhale to the center. This time take your left ear to your left shoulder, and you can stay here or you can take your hand over your head and just find a nice stretch down the right side of the neck. Breathe here. Let the arm drop down to the knee. Inhale, head up on top of the spine, and exhale to the other side. You might take an arm over the head on this side as well. And then release the arm, release the head, and we'll come straight to all fours. So in all fours, have the shoulders directly over the wrists, and keep the arms straight, but just drop the chest down and then bring the chest back up. So everything in the shoulders and the arms stays straight. You're just bringing the chest up and down. This might feel a little weird, but fake it before you make it. Just have a little play with opening up this space. You might stay here. You might take this into a circle, trying to keep the shoulders exactly where they are. It's the chest that's coming forward, up and down. So as if you're rotating around the shoulder joint. Reversing the shoulder, the circles in the shoulders. Just articulating all the movement in the shoulder joint. And come back to a neutral spine. We'll take some cat-cows here. Inhale, arch the spine, look up towards the sky. And exhale, curl and look down towards the belly. And you can continue this with your breath, opening up the heart space. Exhale, curl. And you can take this into a circle if you like. You can push the ribs to the side, maybe get the neck involved. You're clearing away the cobwebs in the spine, opening up the shoulders, reversing the circle if you're circling. Great. And then come back to neutral spine. Take the arms in front of you and let the palms and the head drop down. And staying here. Take a few breaths. And you can pad the hands over the right side and off the mat. Keep the hips where they are and let the head drop down. Find a nice stretch down the right side of the shoulder and into the ribs. And then over to the other side. Letting the head drop down. And then come back to the center. Inhale, come up to all fours. Tuck the toes under and come all the way to the back of the mat in a squat. So you can take the feet a little wider, lift the heart. You can sit on the ground if this is a little too much and let the arms come out in front of you, the legs come out in front of you. And you can let the heels come off the ground if they don't touch. Mine don't touch, and that's fine. Draw the elbows wide as the hands come down. Breathe here. Nice. Let go of the hands. Bring the feet hip distance apart and let the head drop down, ragdolling here. Take some deep breaths. And slowly, slowly roll up through the spine. Let the fingertips hang. Let the chin drop down. The chin is the last to come up. Once you finally come to standing, resist the urge to fidget. So just allow yourself to be exactly as you find yourself. Let your hair be in your face, let your clothes be wonky. From here, inhale, lift the hands to the sky, look up to the thumbs, take the hands behind the back of the neck and the elbows come wide. Draw the pubic bone, to the navel so that you're not letting the bum stick out behind you. From here, open up the heart space, open the elbows wide and get a nice stretch in the shoulders and up and through the ribs. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the elbows together, bend the knees, and don't pull on the head, just let the weight of the hands hang here as you draw the elbows down towards the knees to stretch the back of the neck. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Hands come above the head, look up, and exhale to fold all the way down, let the head drop down. We're coming to all fours. Inhale, pad the hands forward, lift the heart, look up, and exhale, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Palms stay nice and wide, feet a hip distance, and the legs can stay in a gentle bend as you let the heart melt down to the ground. Check you're not shrugging the shoulders up to the ears, and you can exaggerate this shrug and then drop the shoulders away from the ears if that helps. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look in between the thumbs. And on your next inhale, step to the top of the mat and gaze to the horizon to find a flat back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Come up to standing. Inhale, lift the hands above the head, look up. And exhale, hands draw beside you. We'll flow through some sun salutation. Inhale, lift the hands above the head, look up. Exhale, fold all the way down, using your breath to connect to the movement. Inhale, gaze forward, find a flat back, hands can come to the shins. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Just pause here for a moment. So we don't want the hips to be dropping down or to be lifting up too high. Nice long spine, and the back of the neck stays long, so we're not pulling the chin forwards. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down with the knees on or off the ground, and we'll go all the way down to the ground. A low cobra. Inhale, squeeze the elbows in, lift the heart, plug the top of the feet into the ground. Exhale, tuck the toes under, come back to downward facing dog. Now we can have a bit of a play here. In your downward dog, try taking the right leg behind the left, just hooking the ankle behind the left, so you're on one foot now. And you can either stay there, or you can try the right hand on top of the left hand. It might feel wobbly. And then just embrace the wobble, and if you fall over, you get 10 points. Come back to downward dog, unravel the feet and the hands. Take an inhale, exhale, and then try the other side. So left leg hooks over the right, behind it, ankle goes behind the right. Left hand goes on top of the right hand. And you can wobble around here, fall over. If you're doing this with your friends and you hit your friends, you get 20 points. Come back to your downward facing dog. Great. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look in between the thumbs. Inhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Gaze to the horizon, flat back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, come up to standing, hands above the head, look up. And exhale, hands beside you. Close the eyes for a moment. Breathe here. From here, open the eyes. You might want to step back just a little bit if you have a wall in front of you. Take the right leg over the left. Bend the left leg, and you can either cross the right thigh over, or you can take the ankle behind the calf as well. So wrapping once or twice. And then sit a little lower in that supporting leg, and you might feel a little wobbly. Arms come wide like an eagle, and then wrap the right arm underneath the left, holding onto your shoulders. Or if you have it in your arms, you can bind the forearms as well. From here, want to sit a little lower and then lift the fingers a little higher. Fix your gaze on something that's not moving in front of you, and check that you're breathing into the belly and you're not holding the breath into the chest. Embrace the wobble. Keep breathing here. Now keep the arms as they are. Inhale, right knee squeezes to the chest. Exhale, step the right foot back. Right knee comes down. You're coming down to a low lunge, and you can untuck the right toes. Inhale, lift the heart a little further. Lift the fingertips a little higher. Let the hips sink down. Great. From here, unravel the arms and take them behind the back of the head, interlacing the fingers, and open up the spine here again. Opening up that heart to the sky. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten the left leg. You can keep the toes on the ground, or you can flex them. Bring the elbows together and just find a nice little stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, bend the left knee, open the elbows wide, look up. And exhale, tuck the toes, put the hands on the ground, tuck the right toes under, come back to downward facing dog. Use this as a moment to connect back with the breath, breathing deeply into the belly. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky, lift it all the way up. Exhale, right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. That's it. Take another deep inhale to lift the heart. If you have it in your hips, you can exhale, bend the elbows just a little bit. Inhale, straighten to lift the heart again. And exhale, squeeze the right knee in. You might even take the right foot off and then come back to downward facing dog. Don't worry if you didn't do that last little fancy bit. We'll meet back in downward dog and connect back with the breath and back together. Inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Then the knees, look forward. Inhale, step to the top of the mat. Gaze to the horizon, find a flat back. Exhale, fold, come all the way down. Inhale, lift up to the sky, look up, hands above the head. And exhale, hands come to prayer. We'll go for the other side. So, left leg lifts up, wraps over the right thigh, binding once or twice. Bend the right knee, sit a little further back into that chair behind you. Arms come wide like an eagle. Inhale. Exhale, hugging the left arm under the right. You can keep hold of the shoulders if that's what's only available for you, or you can bind the forearms. Lift the fingertips a little higher, sink a little lower. Breathe where you are. Connect back with the breath in the belly, not up in the chest. Back of the neck stays nice and long, so you're not reaching forward with your chin. Keep the fingers and arms as they are, and you can keep hugging onto the shoulders if that's what's working for you. Inhale, left knee lifts to the chest. Exhale, step back to find a low lunge. Left knee comes down, untuck the left toes. From here, lift the fingertips a little higher, maybe sink a little lower in your hips. Breathe as you go. You might even play lifting the toes up and spreading them nice and wide before plugging them back down. Great. Take an inhale here. You might want to come right now to interlacing the fingers behind the back with the fingers that interlace the opposite way. Elbows go wide. Lift the heart. Inhale to straighten the right leg. Draw the elbow together and let the head drop down. Find a little stretch behind the back of the neck. Bend the right knee. Inhale, open the elbows wide. Look up. Exhale, take the hands down to the ground. Downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Lift it all the way up. Exhale, left leg comes to the outside of the left hand. Take a deep inhale here. You might bend the elbows as you exhale. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop the knees down to the ground. Come back to sitting on your heels. Just take a moment with the eyes closed. Check in with the body. Come back to your practice if the mind's wandered off. Just take a pause here. Now, if you're happy on your shins, you can stay here, or you can come to cross-legged if that feels better for you. And you might want to take a strap or a jumper, depending on how open your shoulders are. So, first of all, we take our right arm up, bend the right elbow, hold on to our top, or we can take the left hand behind and hold on to, squeezing into the top, or hold on to the fingertips here. Elbow goes wide. And we find a nice stretch in the right shoulder as well as in the left. You might feel it there as well. And we want to check that we're not arching the spine here and pushing the chest forward. So drawing the ribs back into the hands behind you. Great. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release the fingertips. Just let the arms drop down to the thighs and notice how one side feels different to the other. And we'll go for the other side. Left hand comes up, left elbow bends. Right hand comes behind. You can hold on to fingertips or onto your t-shirt. Breathe here. Opening up that shoulder with your breath. And then releasing the fingertips. Bring the hands down to the thighs. Pause here. Open the eyes. From here we'll come down onto our belly. So walk your hands forward. Come all the way down. Interlace the fingers behind the back and squeeze the legs and the elbows together. As you inhale, draw the shoulders back behind you, lift the hands and lift the heart. And you may gaze forward as well. It might be that you stay here, or you might lift the legs up as well, feeling like a dart shooting forwards. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, resting the arms and resting one cheek to the mat. Okay, coming back. So you might do the same thing, or if it's available for you, you might hold on to the sides of the feet. As you inhale, lifting the legs, lifting the heart, and finding a beautiful opening in that heart space here. Keep breathing as you go, don't forget to breathe. Take another deep inhale here, and exhale, come all the way down, opposite cheek on the mat, and rest. Lifting up the chest. So from here we'll take the left arm out in line with the left shoulder. Roll onto that left side. And you've got an option to keep the right hand onto the ground, or you can bend the right knee. The other option is to take the right hand behind you. So we want to find an opening in this left shoulder. You can explore bending the elbow if that works, that left elbow, or keeping it straight. And if it doesn't work with you with your hand here, you can also hug a cushion. You can just grab one from your sofa. So we're opening up that left side of the chest and into the left shoulder. We'll take a few breaths here. This is a great one if you've been working at the computer all day. Connect back with your breath. Back with your practice. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Roll back onto your belly. Take the hands to either side and place the cheek on the mat. We'll swap sides. So this time the right arm comes out in line with the right shoulder. Roll onto that right hand side. You can bend the left knee. Take the left hand onto the ground. Find that beautiful opening in the right shoulder. Take one more inhale here. Exhale. Come down onto your belly. Rest with your hands beside you. And then simply rolling onto your back. Hug the knees to the chest. Take a long, deep inhale. And exhale as you let the legs go all the way down into Shavasana. Allow your body to completely rest here. Allow yourself to melt. Surrender. And be still and silent here. And begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Hug the knees to the chest. Roll onto one side to take a pause. And come all the way up to sitting. Coming up to a comfortable cross-legged position, hands come to prayer. Taking this open heart space with you for the rest of your day. Take a long, deep inhale. Exhale as you bow the head down to the heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.